What is up, guys? Sports Runs on Diesel here. As Toronto wins the NBA championship, their first NBA title, and it is going to O Canada. And things to take from this game, we have, our finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard, with 22 points. He really only needed the 22 points. You had Fred VanVleet also with 22. Lowry stepped up big, 26 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Pascal Siakam, 26 points, 10 boards. Serge Ibaka, another spark plug coming in off the bench, 15 points. There was a lot of help from the supporting cast of Toronto here in Game 6 that ultimately led them to an NBA title. Golden State, on the other hand, unfortunately, Klay Thompson with a phenomenal game, 30 points, before he went down with that knee injury. And according to MRIs last night, it is a torn ACL, so he will be out for most of next season, or for at least the next 6 to 8 months, depending on how his recovery process, what happens during his recovery process. Curry, 21 points, 3 of 11 from downtown. When Klay Thompson went down, that is the moment Steph Curry needed to step up and be that guy that he was in Game 3 that had 47 points and was just lighting it up from downtown. But Steph Curry just couldn't make the shots. It just wasn't his night in terms of shooting. And that's where Klay Thompson came in and had those 30 points. Andre Iguodala with a phenomenal game, 22 points. That ultimately kept the team ahead for most of the game until, players like Fred VanVleet had 12 points in the fourth quarter. And that's what turned things around for Toronto. I think once Klay Thompson went down, that changed the outcome of this game. Even though everyone saw the scene of Kerr and Draymond Green and Steph Curry smiling at each other saying, hey, we just missed a 3. We probably just lost the series, but we had a chance to win this. We had a chance to win this game and send it to a Game 7. So Golden State had a lot of chances here. They could have easily forced the Game 7 even without Klay Thompson in the fourth quarter, but it's very unfortunate they will lose Klay Thompson. They lost Klay Thompson at the time they did. And, you tip your cap off to Toronto and what they did, especially Fred VanVleet, who did a phenomenal job defensively up against Steph Curry. Draymond Green, 11 points, 19 rebounds, 13 assists, 1 triple-double shy of Wilt Chamberlain's record. Draymond Green with another phenomenal run here in the 2019 playoffs. But unfortunately, it comes up short as the three-peat comes up short and Golden State ends up losing. But what does this mean going into next season? Golden State's dynasty is not, I don't think it's done yet, but it will be on pause, because I think Kevin Durant's going to leave. He's going to go somewhere else. Even though he's going to be out all next year with that torn Achilles. And then you also have Klay Thompson, who's going to be out majority of next season, if not all of next year, now with a torn left ACL. So Golden State's dynasty is going to be on pause. They're going to struggle to make the playoffs next year unless they find someone to pick up next year, like a Chris Middleton or someone in that a small forward position like a Tobias Harris, a Jimmy Butler, someone to fill in. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen with DeMarcus Cousins, if he's going to stay. DeMarcus Cousins came to Golden State to win the title. Unfortunately, they came up short. But it's very tough for this Golden State. It's very hard for me to see this Golden State team even making the playoffs next year without 2 of their star players, especially in arguably the best player in the world right now, Kevin Durant. And then, one of the best two-way players, Klay Thompson, being gone for most of next year. So, Golden State is on pause right now for at least the 2020 season. Now, who are the favorites in next year's season? There's players like Milwaukee. There's teams like Milwaukee, Giannis Antetokounmpo. If they re-sign Chris Middleton, I don't know if they'll be able to re-sign Chris Middleton with the cap space and who else is on that team. But Milwaukee looks to be the front runner in the Eastern Conference, especially if Kawhi Leonard moves on from Toronto and goes to the Clippers or goes somewhere else. I put the Clippers on there because what if they do get Kawhi Leonard? I mean, we saw what kind of a menace they were against Golden State in round one. You know, they won 2 games. One of them was on Golden State's home floor. So if the Clippers get Kawhi Leonard, Clippers will be a clear-cut favorite to win next season. Also, I put the Lakers in there because what if the Lakers find a way to get Kyrie or trade for Anthony Davis? If they get one of those two guys, I mean, it makes more sense for Kyrie to go there. Kyrie's already won a title with LeBron James, but Kyrie, I mean, I really do think if Kyrie goes to Showtime down in LA, it's going to be a whole different, the narrative in the Western Conference is going to be different. There are other teams in the Western Conference that can really make a run and possibly surprise people and go to the finals. I mean, one team is Denver. You know, you got Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Gary Harris. There's a Will Barton's on that team. They have a whole good crew of players in Denver. But, you know, if some of these teams, some of these other Western Conference teams pick up some of these key players, you know, I mean, honestly, I think that Golden State should re-sign Klay Thompson. I think Klay Thompson is deserving of the $140 million deal. But if they don't re-sign him, who's going to pick up Klay Thompson now that he's out with a torn ACL? And you got to give Klay Thompson his money because he definitely is deserving of it. 3-time NBA champion. And like I said, one of the best two-way players in the game today. Also, I mean, what else happens in free agency? Now that Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson are out, what is going to happen in free agency now in terms of, you know, other players like Kawhi Leonard? Is he going to go to the Clippers? Is he going to stay in Toronto? But it's so hard for a player to run away from success and do something on your own and try and have success in a new place where, you know, I mean, for like perfect example, you know, with Kawhi Leonard, you know, him coming to a new team in Toronto, not really knowing anyone, but, you know, having a great support system and everything, like he said last night after he was named Finals MVP, you know, having that great support system behind him and then being on the same page with a coach and Nick Nurse, and you see the end result here with a 2019 NBA Finals title. So, but I want to thank you guys for your time. There will be more things coming up in NBA free agency that I will make videos on, but like I said, I thank you guys for your time. Comment, like, subscribe to me on YouTube, Sports Runs on Diesel, and thank you guys for your time. Have a good day.